Cora Henderson over at Pitt and Frank Attorneys LLC. Ricky wrote in with a question about buying his first home. This is interesting. He says in this email that something strange happened. He says, I found the house. I had an inspection. Sellers agreed to the repairs. All of a sudden, his agent called him and said, we've got a problem. The owner of the house has passed away unexpectedly. He says, my agent didn't have any other information, so he's wondering, what is he up against at this point?
Great question. And these things do come up. So, Ricky, I would hope that the listing agent would call their trusted legal resource to help them unpack the information that I'm going to go over with you. But just generally speaking, we would want to verify a couple things. First and foremost, the individual that passed away, the decedent, if you will, were they the sole title holder? So we would look at the deed, the last deed of record, that vesting deed, and we would see if it was just titled the property in his sole name, then we know, okay, then we have to deal with the next questions that I'll go over. But let's say it was there was a spouse on title. Well, is the spouse still alive, and did they hold title as joint tenants with rights of survivorship, where now we just know we can move forward with the spouse signing off. So again, we always want to ask those initial additional questions. Were they the only seller? What does that deed look like? Can we move forward with the other parties that may be on title? But let's just assume for your scenario that this was just one person only and they passed away. So if that's the case, the best way, the path of least resistance, the most effective way to still accomplish that real estate closing would be for one of the loved ones left behind to open an estate. Now, depending whether or not the decedent had a will, that could be a testate or intestate estate. But I think that's generally the easiest way and the most effective way for a real estate closing to sell that real property. Now, in some scenarios, again, depending if there's a will, we may also need cooperation of some of the heirs that may be entitled to rights to that property. Or if there's a will, it would pass according to the will. And if we don't have that cooperation or in other sets of circumstances, we may, after opening an estate, get an order of sale from the court to sell that real property. So sometimes that process could delay you. And I know you said you were under contract and you were hoping to close in time. But sometimes that process may take as little as a few weeks, ideally. Other times it could take months, if at all. So it really just depends on that fact pattern. And we would want to take a look at it at that point. But that's kind of what you're up against, Ricky. And odds are, in my experience, it does work out. But, hopefully you'll find that to be the case in your situation as well.
Yeah, let's hope so. And certainly it's not a doom and gloom. It's just a delay more than anything else.
And, another thing, Bob, is I feel like there is this misunderstanding that, and everyone should know this that's listening, powers of attorney. I think they're a very important document amongst your estate planning documents to have, where you would appoint someone to act on your behalf, whether it be in limited circumstances or in other more generalized circumstances. But listen, y'all, those terminate at death. Mm-hmm. So if the principal, the one giving away those powers, dies, we can't use a power of attorney. So I think there's a misunderstanding out there that, oh, well, don't worry, I had POA for dad. We can't use that document. That's not what that looks like. It looks like a conversation that I kind of started with. Okay.
Yeah, the will is the best way to go, to have a will in place no matter what.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Reminder that if you want to see what sellers are saying about us, I interview a bunch of them. I haven't done a lot recently, but I'd still have a bunch online. You can go to LouisvilleSellersTalk.com to see what the reactions are from the sellers, because we'd love to help you. LouisvilleSellersTalk.com. We're going to take a break. When we come back, if you see one mouse in your house, are there more? Brad will help us answer that question and a lot more of your questions. Coming back again, sticking with us, Cora Henderson, who's with Pitt and Frank Attorneys, LLC. They do a great job at closings and also a lot of legal advice in a variety of areas. You can reach Cora at 895-9900. Brad Lawler will stay with us, Home Team Inspection Service, Team Bug Out as well. You can reach Brad to get anything scheduled for your house, whether it's a new house or a resale. You can reach Brad at 844-411-TEAM. And if you're thinking of selling your home now or in the future, love to be able to help you. Simply give me a call on my cell phone. No home too big, no home too small. And it's a free, no obligation analysis. I'm out there to come out and talk, and we can talk as long as you want. 376-5483. That's 376-LIVE, or go to bobsellslouisville.com and fill out the information. Back in a moment on News Radio 840 WHAS.